It's Roy, CRR News and Clues again. We've got here a park brake assembly off the rear of the transmission of a 1993 Chevrolet C3500 HD. Many different park brake assemblies on the rear of a transmission or on the front of a drive axle are similar. Personally, I prefer them on the drive axle so that if it's used for emergency, that you don't lock it down and twist a drive shaft and don't stop. But anyway, I have little other videos of cooking out the brakes, previously uploaded and taken some of this apart. But the assembly itself here, it's got a single spring on one side and then two here. You can remove them with a plier or a screwdriver, and then hook the screwdriver here with the spring caught on it and just rock it around, slide it around, boop, pops right in place. I prefer to have the points of the springs inward personally. A lot of park brake assemblies actually bolt on the transmission that way, so you can get to all this stuff. This one was not, and because of the back spacing of the drum, apparently that's how it belongs, so I'm putting it back how it came off. And before it gets bolted on, you have that particular backing plate. It'll be like that, but the cam for it, see here, will obviously have to be able to reach through this. I'm going to move it out of the way for visual purposes. I'm holding the wrong hand here. Okay. This cam is two teeth that reach right in here to rotate that when you pull the cable that is sticking across underneath this assembly. This on my left will be the top. These shoes are available through Parts Geek, like 26 bucks, but of course then you got to pay tax and shipping. That's why in a previous video I mentioned possibly 40-50 bucks. That works there. This spring catches on a part of the transmission. There's a circle, a location for this to go directly into. I think I'm going to put a little a thick grease there. Sorry, I don't remember the name of it. What I'm wanting to use, like a silicone grease there, so it pivots easy, something that'll last a long time. Because I don't expect to take this back apart. I'm trying to make sure I don't have to. And for example, these shoes were on the opposite position. You may be able to see here that this one actually has a little wear. This one did not. They look worse than when I took them off because I baked the oil out of them on the open fire. And then I actually took and just scraped them on the concrete and then took a sandpaper to them to get them fully cleaned up. Sprayed them off with some brake parts cleaner there a little bit, and I'm ready to bolt it back together on the truck now and instill the yoke into the brand new seal that I just popped out with a combination of heel bars. I had to damage the rubber part of the seal enough to get a larger heel bar in there because the smaller one was too small. I even had run a screw into it to try to pry it out with that, like I showed in a different seal on the steering gear of this vehicle. That did not work here because it was so tight, but it's out. New one's in. I'm going to put just a little bit of lubricating grease on the yoke before I put it into place to pre-lube that seal and not damage it after all this good stuff is put together on it there. This it's upside down, but you can see part numbers and so forth on these things. If you need to stop a video for personal reference if you use the same stuff and can't find the numbers. So there it is. I'll try to remember and include the transmission number on here because it may actually belong to an international. The lubricant tag on the side says it's for Chrysler and General Motors, but the seal number matches for a transmission for a light or medium duty international work truck. So this thing is all pieced together. It probably came with a 6.5 liter turbo diesel built by Detroit that General Motors used through the 90s after they quit using the 6.2 liter naturally aspirated, and it now has a 5.9 liter Cummins in there, the straight six turbo engine with the inline pump, which has more power than those with a rotary pump, just not quite as long lasting. So thanks for your time. Hope this helps somebody. I'll try to answer any questions if I manage to get back to the comments on the videos, but I'm just learning as I go, like a lot of us are. So for the trolls, thanks for ridiculous comments. It shows you're supporting my channel.